I don't know why I'm dancing. I'm just in a good mood today. Hey, hola guys. Welcome back to my channel. Just Jasmine here, hanging out, still quarantining. So wanted to say hi, hello to everyone out there. Hope you guys are still being very safe and doing very well. There's a lot of stressful triggers out there. So I just wanted to talk about a few of the things that I have been discussing with people this past week that I feel, again, just kind of help us pull ourselves out of a depressional rut. With the pandemic, with the civil unrest, with so much stuff going on, you know, we all do our own things to de-stress, and hopefully these are just some few tips that might give you something else to kind of help out with that. So I, of course, am guilty of being one of those people that look at my phone as soon as I wake up. You know, most of the time, honestly, I have text messages coming in early in the morning and I hate it. I hate it. I don't get out of bed till 8:30. I get messages before then and it just bugs the F out of me. But on a side note, I am guilty of looking at my phone and then immediately I sometimes start feeling overwhelmed. So I am a single person. I can't imagine how parents feel because you guys are probably waking up on your kids' times, and that's a whole nother ballgame that I'm not familiar with. But one thing that I have been trying to be more aware of is having intent. So in the morning, you know, if I can just have a moment and set my intention for the day. And I wanted to read on Google what does setting an intention mean, right? So setting intentions is an act of stating what you intend to accomplish throughout your actions. So kind of in the morning, you're like, okay, what do I want to accomplish today? That way it kind of gets you in the frame of mind that you already know what you're going to be focused on doing. So that just, again, might give you a little push in the right direction, because if all these stressful triggers are going off, you probably feel lost. The other day I had a moment where I was like, what the heck do I do with myself? I didn't even know what to do with myself. So if you guys are feeling that way, setting intentions in the morning, or even if in the morning doesn't work for you, whenever you wake up, whenever you're functional, maybe even after you had some coffee, because I know I love coffee, then you just kind of, you know, have a moment and decide, what are you going to do with today? Embrace it. Embrace stuff out there. It's just that quarantine has really helped a lot of people with their communication, right? So I catch myself talking to more people, or I catch other people just saying how much more they are having certain conversations. Now, one thing that I also noticed though is that even though people are having conversations, there's a lot of, and I'm going to include myself in there, there's a lot of us that still suppress certain things within our bodies. It's not as easy as just talking about it and then it's out there, right? So something that definitely has helped me, and I was suggesting it to a friend earlier this past week, is possibly try journaling. You know, especially for my men, you guys are probably like, do I want to keep a diary? It's not about keeping a diary like that. It's really about allowing your brain to see what it is that it's experiencing. And not just that, but like before you go to bed, when you usually write things down, it'll kind of help with that moment, instead of just laying there and thinking like, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? Or like, what do I have to do? Blah, blah, blah. I got this done. I have to do this. Like that mental checklist, write it down on paper. It'll also surprisingly help you like kinesthetically, not only focus on the things that you want, but makes you a little more aware. So I highly recommend a little bit of journaling, in the sense that perhaps it will lead you through your thought process, and it'll help even more so get some of that stuff out, because I know there's probably some things we want to talk about that we don't talk about with people, and just talk to yourself about it. So I would recommend writing some things down. That way you can not always keep track of it, but like when you are having a moment to be able to look back, then maybe you can just lead yourself somewhere, and that can either take you into your small goals. Maybe it brings up things that you internally really do want and you're not cognitively, you know, aware of that. So I don't know, try journaling, perhaps it'll help. Biggest thing that I've noticed through all of these conversations, and I did a little research to look into it, is, are you sleeping? Is there lack of sleep? You know, I remember like the first few weeks of quarantine, I lost complete track of time. My sleep schedule really suffered my routine. I even still, especially right now with all the stress, I personally have definitely intaken a lot of the social media and news outlets. So at times I've caught myself a few nights where I'm just restless. I cannot sleep. And it's important for us to know our limit. Not everyone's going to have the same sleep schedule, the same routine, but it's important for you to know yours and what your limitations are. So the research that I was actually looking into is lack of sleep causes depression. It actually allows you to fall into a depressional rut much more easily. So catch your Z's, stay on your sleep, and it's just something to be aware about, on top of drinking water, eating right, exercising, but not going into all that. I'd love to hear about the different things that you guys are as well implementing in your own life to kind of help with all of the stress. So leave me a comment below, share that. Guys, those are just a few tips that I have for you. I hope some of those just kind of, again, make it into your day, make it into your routine, make you more aware of something for yourself, to kind of really help out with all of these stressful triggers. One thing I really did want to let you guys know is, as we become more aware of ourselves and the things that our bodies needs, the things that our mind needs, it's really important as well to remember that there are other people out there that are experiencing these same difficulties. So make sure you check up on your friends and your family. And of course, if any of these tips help, if anything else you're doing can help them, spread love, spread kindness, spread, some of these good tips to help people on their own paths and on their own journeys. Hope these tips help you move a little lighter throughout your day. Until next time, this is your self-love enthusiast wishing you health, joy, and growth.